Hello, I'm popularly known as Bishop Dununu. 5 days ago, I posted a video footage that bears a statement that says men are violent because they are demented, and that did not go well with men, and it had misconceptions, which I would like to deal with now. Look, I have to use three aspects in order to put this to perspective. Aspect number one, let me vindicate myself from men accusing me for aspersions. I was not casting aspersions against the male fraternity. All I was doing was to make men realize that our own our traumatization is our own circumstances, and that we need help, and we need it now for change, because we are, whether we like it or not, perpetrators and worse culprits. Now, let me deal with aspect two. That will join us to aspect one. Look, in this issue, I was not dealing with gender-based violence. I was dealing with femicide. As you would know by now, that there is a distinction between gender-based and femicide. Gender-based violence is when one gender is violating against the opposite, like men are violating women and women are violating men. That is gender-based violence. But femicide is a different ball game, because femicide is when men are killing women and girls. That is femicide, and that is what I was addressing. And now, how did I address that? Look, I took an approach, the psychosocial approach that helped me to make the statement that I did. The derivations of my statement comes from psychosocial approach. What is psychosocial approach? Psychosocial approach is an approach that deals with an individual in the context of a combined influence that psychological factors and social environments have on the physical and mental wellness of a person, right? From that, I drew out three words which I implemented. I drew out the word containment, dementia, and demented. Those are the words that are implemented. Now, let me break them down for you. Containment, by definition, is when you keep harmful things under control. That's containment. It is also defined in psychology, because the psychological definition of containment is when man is failing to blow his chest about his emotional health. When you fail to deal with your emotional health, when you fail to blow them up, you're in containment. And containment is toxic, because it eats you up, it devours you. You should soon fade out. As long as you live under that small delusion that says tigers don't cry, you're in containment, and you will fade out. Now, dealt with point two. Let's go to point three, the derivation of my statement. As I said, that it came from these three words. I have already broken down containment. Let me break down now that if containment sustained, it develops it into dementia. Dementia is when you have mental a disorder which is caused by brain disease. Now, dementia as well, if sustained, it also develops and takes you down or degrades you into being a demented person. Demented people are people who are reacting with anger, responding with anger and distress, because demented, by definition, is when you are driven, to behave irrationally. So, hence, you become a violent person. Violent people are demented people. Demented people are violent people. Look, whatever you do, wherever you are, if you're a man and you fail, to deal with your containment, I don't care whether you call it, male propensity, whether you call it, a male, temperament. It doesn't make a difference. You are killing women and girls, and you're a monster that is bred out by your failure to deal with these three, words. May the good Lord help you, and thank you.